The Atlanta Falcons are continuing with OTAs, and there have been a lot of noise coming from this camp. But in this video, I'm going to break down who are the biggest losers and winners so far for the Falcons OTAs. Now, for those, just to get right into it, this first one may not be no surprise, but the biggest winner for OTAs right now has to be Michael Penix Jr. And here's the reasons why. Number one, I'm hearing a lot of positives, not only about his play and how his accuracy is showing through, but also about his leadership skills. We've seen a lot of media sources report on how Raheem Morris is saying things like this. Michael Penix looks super confident. I love the way he's leading the team. And I can show you even in tweets that says this. It says, Michael Penix is in the process of finding his voice as a Falcons leader. Or even, Michael Penix is starting to get that confidence. Michael Penix running with the ones, running as the main quarterback, the franchise quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons will not only help him, but it will help improve this roster. And it's very reassuring to see a guy that we spent a lot of capital starting to bloom and flourish in Atlanta. I also would like to say this. Michael Penix is the biggest winner because he gets to throw with his number one receivers. We've seen over time where Darnell Mooney came out last year and said, I haven't even caught a pass from Michael Penix. And that is huge. Michael Penix can develop the connection between his big play receivers, thus allowing the Atlanta Falcons to take another step in their development next year. The positive thing is Michael Penix has weapons around him. And last year, we didn't see him connect with some of these weapons because he simply didn't throw to them until these games. Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. We don't know about Kyle Pittz, and maybe you'll hear a little bit about what I have to say about him later. But the fact of the matter is, Michael Penix is gearing up to have a successful season, and he's showing already in OTAs why he is the real deal. And this is why he is by far the biggest winner in OTAs this season. Now, going on the opposite end, I would say the biggest loser in OTAs right now has to be Kyle Pittz. And here's why. Not only is he not out there practicing, but he is in the rumor mill as being potentially traded. And there was a recent tweet that came out and recent vernacular that a lot of people are saying, Kyle Pittz is going off this team. Now, I'm going to read you this tweet that says this. This is by Kelly Price reporting on Raheem Morris during his OTA press conference. And Raheem Morris says this. Raheem Morris says that they're being extremely cautious with Kyle Pitts during OTAs. Since the Falcons tight end is here but won't be out on the field, decline to comment on the foot injury. Now, for those not knowing what that means, I'll tell you straight up. They are saying Kyle Pitts is not on the field because we're trying to trade him. This kind of reminds me of a situation in the NBA where basically the NBA deadline is like a week away and we see random guys sitting out for personal reasons, aka they've been told you're not playing anymore because we do not want to affect your trade value by you getting injured. They're like, look, Kyle Pitts is out the door. We do not want to get this man injured out here running routes on air. That doesn't mean anything. And because of this, I want to also read a little bit deeper in this tweet. It says this at the end. He declined to comment on the foot injury. If it was a true foot injury, Raheem Morris would say he's continuing to rehab his foot. It is getting better. He didn't say anything about the foot, which means to me, it's not really the foot. It's really the fact of the matter is they're trying to trade him and they want to blame it on the foot. The biggest loser is Kyle Pitts because he does not only not get to be an Atlanta Falcon anymore, he does not get to experience the true form of this offense with Michael Penix Jr. And he is on his way out of the door very, very, very soon. Now, the next biggest winner in OTAs right now has to be the rookies, and here's why. Not only are we seeing rookies get first team reps, such as Billy Bowman and Jalon Walker, but we're seeing this coaching staff rave about how great the rookies are. We're not only hearing about how good Jalon Walker is as a leader, but his on-the-field play can elevate this defense. Now, a lot of people are questioning James Pierce. Why isn't he out there with the ones? Why isn't he out there in 11-on-11? And Raheem Morris took to the stand to clear this up. He essentially said, we want to ramp James Pierce up very slow. We know his skill set, we know his ability, and most of the 11-on-11 that he participated in, the media wasn't out there. So there's no issues with with James Pierce playing. He's going to be good. And that's reassuring. But back to my point, the rookies are flashing. You hear it in the media. You hear it in the coaches. You hear it in the head coach, Raheem Morris. And this is very exciting. This is a team that needs their rookies to flash this year. And you got your choice at 5 and 6 rookies who can really make an impact this year. And so I would say the rookies are the second biggest winner, because not only are they given an opportunity to show, but they're also being put in situations to be the best version of themselves. And just like James Pierce was ramped up super slowly, Jalon Walker was given one position to perfect. This defensive coordinator and this defensive staff seems like they know what they're doing, especially in the fact that they're trying to get the best out of their rookie class. Last loser, and no one really is talking about this, is Troy Anderson. And here's why. Divine Deablo so far is having a really good OTA. They say there's many people talking about how good Divine Deablo has been shown, has been, how fast, how quick, how explosive he is. Some people have described him as a giant running extremely fast, a fast giant. Divine Deablo is something that the Atlanta Falcons wanted Troy Anderson to be. And if Troy Anderson, number one, doesn't come back from his injury, and 2, perform, he will be out of a job this time next year. And the fact of the matter is that the Atlanta Falcons upgraded in that position someone who would probably go underneath the radar as a guy that many people didn't want, but the Atlanta Falcons were able to upgrade that position with a guy that may be bigger, faster, and stronger. Is a bad sign for Troy Anderson. And I'm going to be completely honest. If Divine Deablo takes that spot, I would not be surprised to see Troy Anderson be moved before the trade deadline this year. But those are my biggest winners and losers in OTAs so far. The Atlanta Falcons as a whole, from what I'm hearing, are looking pretty decent. They're looking promising. Now we just need this team to continue and stay on the track. Now, if you want to hear more about what the Atlanta Falcons got going forward, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. And please do me a favor, leave a comment down below of a person you're excited to see this year in the season. I would probably say it is Jalon Walker for me, but leave a comment down below. Let me know who you're excited to see. And like always,